85% of people prefer text over email and phone calls because they want to engage in a conversation. All text messaging is not equal. Customers respond to people, not bots. Be more like people and start having conversations that end in conversions. Use Scipio.
You're listening to Steal This Idea, the only podcast that's being adapted into a Hallmark Christmas movie.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief.
Steal.
Lie.
We're gonna steal the ship.
Commandant, no, Lieutenant.
An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks.
Well, someone like you to steal?
Ideas are bulletproof.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Steal This Idea.
Andre is
Our favorite thing.
much more critical.
Scott will laugh along and love it, and I might hate it.
This is the greatest idea.
It is the greatest idea.
Okay, we're going to hop in. 3, 2, 1. Hello again, thieves. And
We're back. Come on, give me my chance.
We're back.
Yeah.
And happy holidays. I mean, a lot of the ideas on this episode might be very explicitly Christmas themed.
Yes, and some might be loosely Christmas themed.
But yeah, we have a really awesome episode. Me and Andre and a new special guest. This was an episode was supposed to be a few weeks ago. Had a scheduling conflict.
I went to DC
namely
on
Andre
an unexpected trip.
And then we had another scheduling conflict, but we are stoked to have Alex Bean.
We're here. Let's go.
He's here.
Yeah, it's gonna be
we
fun.
love it.
We told Alex to bring one idea, and he brought 3 ideas.
I brought 4. I eliminated 1. So we're going to do the 3 that I have.
Alex is a pretty interesting cat from the Seattle area, and has something to do with a company called Divvy. You know, he's just
Vaguely
Yep.
vaguely
Little something.
related.
a
Yeah.
little something involved there. But well, you know,
Let's be clear. I've come up with a lot of really bad ideas in my time, which I will not disclose in this podcast that I've tried to launch. And then, some fairly decent. Hopefully
Yep.
Divvy's one of the decent
At
ones,
least
so.
one really good idea.
Yeah, exactly.
if there's anybody in this podcast who actually has experience saying that's a good idea or that's a bad idea, Alex
It's
probably
Alex.
has a good side of both of the fence there.
Love it.
So we're going to start off with good idea, bad idea. Alex, you've listened to a couple episodes. For our new listeners, basically, we get pitched like tons of ideas on Facebook and Instagram. Some good, some kind of bad.
Okay.
We like to pick them apart and see, like,
Let's go.
is this actually a good idea or is this just trash? Lots of them are trash. Andre, you start us off here.
I think I have some good ones today.
Yeah?
I got to be real. So I got this ad on Instagram, but then I could only ever find it again on Amazon. But what it is it's like a toy bucket that has a built-in like toy blanket that attaches to it. So what the product images show is like you put your Legos in the bucket and then you roll them out onto this blanket that attaches to the bucket. And then when you're done, you kind of just go bam and in.
I saw this on Instagram the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Do you like it? Yeah, so I don't have kids, so I don't really
I've got
understand
kids
the whole...
and I've got Legos. It's kids with Legos. I mean, it's a definite issue. I almost it's almost too incredible. Like I actually have to see it in practice. Like, do I still have to go pick them up and bring them onto the blanket? I guess my one concern when I saw it is the blanket was too small. I want this blanket to be like so giant.
Like a tarp.
Yeah. Like the kids could never not get off the blanket.
Yeah, that would be my worry is we have containers for toys that my kids get into, but invariably those toys end up...
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So it is the limited play space. Does that limit the actual fun they're having? I don't know.
But for Legos specifically, like Legos you step on, it's not like comfortable. You do need to clean them up.
Yep.
And I'm looking at the image right now, and like if I can really just grab that and throw it all up, I mean, Legos take like 10 minutes.
Yeah, this could be flipping awesome.
how do you-
I think that I would
Potential's
take
high.
it and maybe
Potential's
make
high.
it better. I think
How much are they?
$12.
this is $12 plus $4.99
It's worth
shipping.
$12.
It's worth
I would say
$12.
it's worth
Yeah.
$12.
Even to roll the dice on that.
If you could be the brand that like really makes this something everybody has,
Yeah. This seems like
Then-
an easy, like a
Yeah.
good Christmas.
a good Christmas thing that you
Under
roll
that
in.
$20 mark where you're like, oh, what can I get them? This would fit for a lot of people with families.
Yeah, this is a good idea.
How do you feel about the name of the company? HTDBKDB.
I feel like these Chinese Alibaba companies need to hire someone in the
Somebody to
United
help.
States who's going to
Yes,
sell on Amazon. Like, yeah, we need a real name like Lego Picker Upper or
Yes.
something. But
Yeah.
is with some good branding, this idea would kill.
Yeah, we talk a lot about how there's lots of stale brands out there. All it takes is just someone to come in, sexify it a little bit. This is a no-brainer.
here's last thing I like about this is like good idea is something that if someone else sees it, they immediately know they need it. And like if I saw this happen at someone's house, I would immediately
Be
buy
like,
it.
oh,
I would be
yeah.
like done. Like
Exactly.
that's solving a problem.
Totally. All right, I got one for you guys here. I just got this one this morning, and I laughed because it was kind of
secure bot.
it's secure bot. So this is called Gitta. And as far as I can tell, what Gitta is a little robot. It looks like it's the size of like a suitcase that you wheel around.
I saw this.
You saw this
in action
person?
yesterday.
Really?
I
No.
literally pulled over. I started recording it because I just Star Wars lately been into it, and it looks like a BB-8 unit.
It kind of does.
Just like following this person downtown in the city of Salt Lake. It was just following this person. Honestly, have no idea what's in it. Don't know if it's cooler or if it's luggage, but it was working.
Yeah. So the idea here is that like a cooler or whatever, instead of you pulling it, it just follows you.
But is it a storage unit?
Yeah, that's like it
So
opens
what's
up
it
like
replacing?
A backpack?
a backpack,
Okay,
a
well-
cooler.
No, exactly.
That's ridiculous. It's like cool in the concept of like for the 5 minutes you're walking with it, it's following you because it was kind of cool. But then like a backpack, like what do you like carry it in and store it
I guess
inside of a building?
it says groceries, your yoga mat.
You can't carry your yoga mat.
Because these are it's not big enough to fit anything that's like, well, this has got to fit my camping chairs and this kind of stuff that's like heavy and bulky. It's like just small enough to fit the things that you could really easily hold in.
So my vote would be like right now, bad idea, but I love the application of where this could head. So I like golf. I saw that there was this golf cart that does this. Like it just walk a course, it follows you. I'm like, okay, like there's someday this will become useful, but I don't know if I'd buy that. And how much is it?
A lot.
It's got-
$3,300.
Oh yeah, that's a no.
Oh my gosh.
I'll take my back.
As low as $106 a month though.
For a million months.
I saw it though in person. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean it's a trendy looking robot for sure.
Would you
I
say-
can't come up with a use case for me. Like I was thinking like, oh, maybe when I go to the gym, but it
What about
couldn't
this?
hold my racquetball racket. Like it just couldn't work.
Soccer field.
Yeah, I was
Like
gonna
a
say.
soccer mom who's like taking care of all her kids and she doesn't want to hold it. That's something.
How about this? You're at a parade and you fill it up with cold water.
And you go down the
you
parade
go down the
route,
parade line and you
you
pass
sell
out.
them
So
for
that people are drawn in. It's like, what is that? And
So
then
you're in the parade.
you're in the parade.
Okay, well now your market size is pretty small. So let's vote bad idea.
Yeah.
Would you say better or worse design than the Tesla Cybertruck though?
Better.
Better.
It actually
Substantially
was
better.
kind of like, it does look like a BB-8 unit, the way it behaves
Yeah,
and,
it
and
looks
reacts.
cool.
There is something
Cool.
pleasant about it.
If it had a good use, then
Let's not take 60 minutes on the Cybertruck.
All right.
That was
that's a
ridiculous.
whole.
All right, Andre. What's your next one?
So a little device to keep your hot cocoa warm this winter.
This is
the
holiday
coffee cookie.
themed.
I've been trying to talk about this for 4 weeks on the podcast, and this is finally my day. So what it is it's a USB charged like heat puck that you put on the bottom of your coffee hot chocolate mug, and it keeps your coffee warm.
Oh, it's
Good idea.
Oh, it sticks on your.
Bad idea. Yeah.
So it's not a different mug. It's a normal like Starbucks mug. You just have a heat
You
puck
just
that you
stick
throw it
this
on.
guy
there.
on the bottom.
Interesting. So, I don't think it's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea.
I don't think it's a great idea, but I don't
It's
think it's.
literally a terrible idea.
Why is it terrible?
I don't understand these people. First of all, get a thermos, which will keep your coffee hot as long as you want, and you don't even have to charge it, right? Second of all, I just don't find myself being personally very picky about how hot my drinks are.
Yeah,
I can't imagine myself investing in technology just to keep a drink hot.
This picture of the two millennials holding it is
Makes it a bad idea.
it is like the most nauseating picture. I don't drink coffee, so I don't really know the pain point. I do. It does seem like if you're the type of person, because this seems like it's for Starbucks cup drink, like it's in the Starbucks cup,
Yeah.
like it's specifically in a coffee cup. So if they must feel like enough people.
So is the use case someone who goes and gets their Starbucks for their long commute and they have this sit in their car, so it's always charging. They, it's a 45-minute plus commute. They just stick their Starbucks coffee in, so they're not making it at home, and it's like that's it. But that's your use case.
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole thing versus, like I said, a thermos.
And that picture makes me want to barf. So yeah, that is a bad. Like that's a bad idea.
Here's the thing.
$15.
I'm buying one right now.
The price got you back in.
I mean, it's $15. So now I have to buy it just to talk about it next time.
We need to try it.
Yes, exactly. I have to see just how effective it really is. Because I kind of have a feeling like, could a $15 device keep my coffee warm.
Also, could it burn you? Like, what's gonna
happen?
threshold on this thing?
Can I actually read you guys a tagline that's on their website?
Please.
It says, "We're not for those who need coffee." Surprising. We're for those who need nothing. So, yeah, it says Forbes, perfect for the Starbucks obsessed coworker relative who has everything. As in, like, when you've bought everything else on the planet, this is the last thing that you should get. That's their tagline. That's what they're promoting. So, yeah.
I mean, I love that they're so transparent in their self-interest of like, yeah, we're not trying to hide. This is not a need. This is a want.
This is just a want, and it's a piece of plastic junk, probably. For $15, I now think that it has to just suck. But we'll see.
I almost feel like
it's on its way to my house right now.
I almost feel like somebody in a business class.
Did you really buy it?
I really bought it on the podcast. PayPal. I can't. When they have PayPal checkout, I
just
can't
have to.
resist.
It's too
Exactly.
easy.
It's too easy.
Andre will buy every third episode. We'll just be he's like,
We'll
I gotta
just
buy this.
Buy something for
Well,
$15.
Andre also has everything.
Exactly.
So
I currently
he actually is the
have
target
everything.
market. This is great.
Okay, I got one last one before we move on to the big idea here. So this one's called Magic. This is a personal assistant that is 24/7, 365 days a year that can do stuff for you, apparently. So it's like you can text them. It's probably like a group of people in
Yeah.
India or whatever, but the idea is that you could like delegate stuff to them. So like, hey, I need you to call and reschedule this, or hey, can you basically anything that you could do over the phone, or like schedule some catering maybe, or things that you just like need someone to go do for you. And it looks like you pay kind of a per request.
What are you actually getting?
Gives you a team of skilled human assistants to help you get things done 24/7.
So you want a doctor's appointment? You text them and say, "Hey, can you get me a dermatologist appointment?"
Or
And they
hey,
go and schedule it.
I need a fly to New York. Find me the best flight from New York between the 14th to the 21st.
See, stuff like that. That's when I don't want a human assistant because I don't know this person. I don't trust that they're going to do the research. But for stuff like schedule me an appointment, order group lunch for my team, I could see myself use. I would use something like this, to be honest. I understand that it's kind of definitely not something you need, but.
So this says like what we can do. So it says sales. Colin recently went to a conference and returned with a list of new potential leads. He's missing several key pieces of information for each lead and needs to fill it out before he can start a campaign or upload them to a CRM. He sends Magic a spreadsheet of what he has, and Magic fills in the missing information.
Well, I
not
would
buying
say
it, sure.
that's just terrible data practice. So as somebody that
Yes,
works in this
data.
space, it's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to send you a spreadsheet of all these names.
So I understand what they're trying to go for. It's like a faster Odesk, like you just.
It's like an Upwork.
Yeah, it's an
like-
Upwork but you're just already there, and you can just like kind of submit something to the portal, and someone will grab it and run with it. Like I guess there is a use case. I will say, like, having been lucky enough to work with some really good executive assistants, like it's when they actually have your personal information and they know your calendar, they know your preferences, they know you that they can really impact.
Yeah.
This just feels like kind of random odds and ends stuff. I don't know.
$40 a month and 60 cents a minute for time spent working. How do you guys feel about that pricing structure?
So $40 a month without any service included. So
Correct.
before I've even used a dime,
Yes.
bad. If it was like your minimum deposit is $40 every month, you have to use at least $40 worth of service.
Sure.
Interested. If it's $40 and then start paying us for access to our group of skilled team members, no
we
way.
don't tell you how long stuff projects take. It's totally at our discretion. Yeah, it took me 12 hours to book that.
Yeah,
flight.
I don't
Sorry
like the
about
idea
it.
of paying anybody by the minute because if you're
I thought we were past that type of stuff. You know, I thought we were past by the minute transactions. They just figured out a way to be like, you know what, this is how much it needs to charge, so we don't have to do that.
hate it.
Yeah.
I would leave like an ounce of opening of I'd like to see it in action, but
Yeah.
I'm currently not a buyer.
The thing I would love, and maybe this does exist as part of this, I would love a service. I hate canceling stuff and negotiating pricing. Like I want somebody to be that, you know, that like very aggressive person who's
On
just
my
like,
behalf, go yell at these people.
on my behalf, go tell T-Mobile that their service sucks and get me a cheaper price. Like I don't want to do that, but somebody has no problem doing that.
Yeah.
You know, or like CenturyLink
but
recently.
they need your personal info.
right. That's the hard thing is that
exactly.
like they would need to like pretend to be me.
Yeah.
Well, they also need like your actual password and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to do.
So it'd have to be like a local thing. But like if there was some way to get around that, like maybe they partnered with
LastPass or something.
something that like if they're from this company, this agency, it works.
Yeah.
Like I would be much more on board with that.
I love that idea. I talked about this idea a lot because I've been trying to buy a car for like 2 years, but as soon as I walk into a dealership, I'm just like, no, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
So it's like if I could pay somebody to just go, like, here's a flat fee. I don't care how you get the deal done.
$1,000.
Just do a good job, and then like any money you save is just money or X percentage you get to keep.
Yeah.
I would do that deal any day,
Totally.
just because I can't deal with. I'm not a negotiator. It's not my skill.
We'll talk after. I would do that.
Well, that's the thing.
I love it.
There are lots of people who love to handle. They love to
exactly.
barter.
Well, I have no problem doing it.
Yeah, you're like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Like, whoa. You're like, here we go.
Come back.
Come on back. Yeah, I'm more with you, Andre. I get
antsy and angsty.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for good idea, bad idea. Some decent ones out there today. Alex, I think it's time for. Let's start with your. So you have 3 ideas. You have 2 smaller ideas, Christmas or holiday.
Holiday themed or timely for this time of year.
Timely for this time of year, and then 1 big idea that you're gonna blow our socks off.
I actually do think that. I really do think this is a good idea.
Yes.
This is a good example of I don't have the time to do it. I really do want someone to steal it. So let me get into it.
All right.
So I'm going to give you the why I came up with the idea because that's where things start, and then we'll get into the details of it.
Yeah.
So I went to Mexico, wanted to go to visit the ruins, and I wanted
Sounds like Cancun.
It was Cancun, and I wanted to do a tour guide. My wife was pregnant, so we went down there. And what happened was I had to book it there on site with someone I didn't know. I didn't have any reviews. And it was like a 10-hour experience. I'm like, I actually just want to go faster because my wife's pregnant. It's hot. I just want to go quicker. So I'm like, well, of course, there's got to be something I can download on my phone.
Like a Rick Steves type thing?
Like a Rick Steves, but stay with me. So like a Rick Steves where I could go and I could just download it, have it downloaded and put my iPods in and we could walk around and have this experience. So, there is Rick Steves, but this is different. So this is like an Audible platform.
Rick Steves is I would say outdated.
You think? You think the 70-year-old white guy walking through Europe's a tad outdated? Yeah, a little bit. So I'm going to refer to it like this. It's an Audible-like platform for guides and tours. So what we mean by this is think about if you go to Washington, D.C., tons of stuff at Washington, D.C. Yep. A lot of it's free, some of it's paid. So occasionally it's a paid experience like the Holocaust Museum, and they have you go through this one experience. Okay, fine. But what about a lot of these other tours where there's no tours,
right?
Or you can go hire a local tour, but they have to meet you. They can only do a certain amount of the group.
It's a walking tour. There's 50 people. Follow the flag.
They follow the flag, go through. And I'm like, why can't this person put their put the tour on a mobile device, so that they can they're an author now, right? So now they can take their information and really expand it, and you can see a few things will happen. So one is you get reviews, so you get the best tour guide, not just who is available, because there's 1,000 of these guides that go around.
Could anybody do it, or is it
I think anybody should do it, and this is why I think it's important. So I don't think it's just a tour guide for the big museums. Yeah. What if I'm at a baseball stadium and some guy's been going to baseball games at Fenway for 30 years and he's going to give me a 10-minute tour guide? He says, hey, look up here, look at this, here's some stories. And it's 10 minutes. It's super quick.
Go to seat 15. This is actually the best seat in the whole house. Here's why.
Correct. Here's where Ted Williams hit this thing. But he doesn't have to be some certified author of Fenway. He's just a guy who knows it. So it could be at a ski resort. It could be at a golf resort. It could be in a local city. Hey, I'm at this small town, Issaquah in Seattle, and someone's got a little 10-minute tour guide. Now, I think that is a component of it. But I do think actually what's more interesting is if I go let's go back to the ruins, there's probably a lot of different perspectives of the ruins, right?
Sure.
Some are local history, some might have some religious history, some might be shorter, some might be longer. And I think it would be we all kind of want to get something else out of it. So I like the concept of showing up to a place and be oh, there's the short version, there's the medium version, there's the in-depth version.
Right.
Or there's different
tags
perspectives.
Of what kind of gist or theme that
Yeah. So I have more, but I want you guys to respond. Give me your thoughts before I get into some of my other solutions on this.
It's such a good idea.
It really is.
There we go.
It's such a good idea. So here's what I imagine. So I was just in DC.
You were just in DC.
I was just in DC, and I'm a fast walker.
Yeah.
This is the problem. So I could never do a tour with these slow groups of people that just walk around. But I also want to know what I'm looking at a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think what would be so interesting is if it could do this, right? It could know where you are. So it's like, as a person that's configuring this, I say, okay, when they get to this point, trigger this message. So like you're kind of walking at your own pace, but the app knows like where you are and like triggers. So it's like,
you get to the
if
Washington
left,
if you get to the Washington Monument, or you get to this.
Have you seen the new Google Maps live mode?
yeah, exactly like
So
that.
it's that, right? So
Yeah.
imagine like you're walking and it's like the VR where you hold it up and then it gets you to this point and it can actually have the message there,
Yeah.
which you see in Google Maps, or it
And
pops
you're
out
hearing
on you're hearing it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it takes you on this tour. And again, you're going at your own speed.
Yep.
So if you're there and you're like, you know what, actually this is really cool, you can potentially learn more on that spot, or you could just keep going to other things.
Yeah.
But you create a world in which you don't have to just follow the flag. You don't have to go you're getting one story from one person. This opens it up where now it's like you get all sorts of people telling your stories. And frankly, I think the creativity of like podcasts.
Yeah.
You give a lot of people a voice and you get some really interesting stuff. And I think the same thing would happen with tours.
So if I'm a tour guide and I make this tour or whatever, am I getting
Paid.
So
I would like the platform would work like iTunes does. Hey,
Yeah,
you put
share.
we'll give you the structure to make it. So here, come use our app to make it, record it,
and then you
photos.
pay 99 cents. For my
99
tour.
cents to 10, depending, right? Like, let's say it's a
Yeah, I
super
would
depth,
pay-
like it's like a book.
It
You could
depends.
charge 99 cents. You could charge $30,
$10,
$10. I
yeah.
don't care. It depends on what you're giving me, and again, we'll go through that experience, and you'll get a cut.
I actually really like the idea. So I'm from Seattle, just like Alex is, and when people go to Seattle, like, hey, what should I do? I'm like, well,
Go to Pike Place.
yeah, go to Bike Place. But like, in my mind, I'm like, well, this is what you should do. You should actually not go. Like, you should go here and then go here and then go here and then like on a path.
Yeah.
And so creating this like pathway where like you can tell people to go to these different destinations. All right, now you're at the Troll. Here's why the Fremont Troll is cool. Since you're here, let's go to the University Village. Just play the next message when you get to the university. I'll tell you where to go.
So I've seen some of those around. It's like an itinerary builder, and I think that there's a world for that. What might be interesting here is like when you show up at the Fremont Troll, you get like a cool tour, but now you can follow that person who's done a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
And like you can be like, oh, this person's super interesting, and they're like, hey, go to
like
Pike
it,
Place and take my tour again. So they can kind of create their following, and they can go through like a Rick Steves, but opening it up to more than just the
especially if you have I could see somebody who's like an amateur being like, oh, I'll charge $1 for mine, but I'll do a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's 50 cents or $1 for my little mini tours that are all 10 minutes long or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
I think that we've focused a lot on these like big tours, like the tour of Seattle or different areas and things like that. I think what would be so awesome about an app like this is that it would allow you to have easy access to like the baseball tour, right? Where it's like famous baseball stadiums, but like also like the pizza tour, where it's like, here are the 10 famous pizza places in New York.
Yep.
We're going to do those. And this is somebody I trust on pizza.
like a bar crawl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And I think that those like allowing people to
curate their own tours.
Yes.
Of whatever they want to do.
Yep. And you could like literally, it could be 4 p.m. and I turn to my friend and I'm like, why don't we do like a beer tour or something like that? And it's like,
Oh, I love that. Like
Yeah.
local, like what's in Lehigh? Somebody had to have made a Lehigh tour. Let's go to Lehigh Roller Meadows. Here's why this building's still here. Like
totally.
So here's why it's also really cool, in my opinion. There's a monetization strategy. So if you're talking about a business, like it's clear that we've followed this, like create a platform, give them the technology to curate it, and you can charge your 30%. They get the rest, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be the typical model. Second thing
you can
is
tip them if you want, I suppose.
yeah. Actually,
Sure.
that probably could be
Yeah.
a really cool way to do it.
Right.
The other thing I would say is you look at like TripAdvisor and these groups that are Expedia that are pushing you on trips. All they can do is like potentially sell you like the bigger museum.
Yeah.
But now they can make money and start to push like, oh, the things to do tab, like the bar crawl, like all that now can get monetized more in a way that it hasn't. So now you have an outlet of people that would actually distribute this type of business.
And then they come in and say, hey, we want to lock down a strategic partnership with you, the top 3, tour guides. We want you on our platform. We want exclusive rights. So when
Correct.
people book through us, they get access to your content.
To your
or
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a
All
lot
right.
of-
Good
One
idea.
of the
We're
best
good? All
ideas
right, good.
ever. This is so good. It's like one of those ones where, and I said this every podcast where the idea is really good. It's one of those ideas where it's like, I almost want to say, Alex, why did you talk about this on the podcast?
Yeah.
It's so good, right? Like,
But
it's
you're
just
right.
next level.
It is something that would like take a fair amount of time to get up and running.
No,
like,
it's not. It's not like a night project.
It is I think though the technology didn't exist 5+ years ago, but now with like Google's live mode,
Totally.
the VR, a lot of different things on the iPhones and the Samsung phones. So it's out there. It's possible. I think you ultimately do have to go get tour guides and create that. But if you create a good experience for them to do it, I think eventually you can build it.
Well, and there's lots of cool like long-term monetization strategies
For
just
sure.
with events, right? It's like you go to the Washington Monument or some museum, and it's like, by the way, since you got to here, you get 5% off, and then you've worked out a cut. These lists. So there's tons of cool stuff.
Okay, do you want me to go to my next two, or do you have any other questions on iGuides?
iGuides, is that the name?
That's what I've called. That's my project name, my working name. Yeah.
Yeah, your working name.
iGuides.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Could you
Again,
poke
it's
a
a
hole,
working
could you
name,
poke a hole in it?
Just the name. I think there's a more
do.
fun. I'm not sure what it is right now, but iGuides feels like that's the.
We could
Well,
improve
whoever
on that.
steals this idea, you can rename it.
Name it whatever you want.
That's what I called it in my 10 seconds of thinking about the name.
No, that's about as bulletproof of an idea as you could ask for on this podcast. So thieves out there, you just got a great idea
it.
from a very smart man. So
Okay, so now to my timely holiday issues that I have, and I know that you guys have had these issues, and I know everyone listening is having these issues. So there's potential solutions in the market, but they're garbage. So my first idea I'm going to talk about is called addressable.
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 Okay.
Addresses.
Got it.
What happens every time when you're about to send out a Christmas card? What do you have to do?
Ask everyone for their addresses.
How do you ask everyone for their addresses?
Facebook.
Facebook post,
Yeah.
text, email. Like that, there's only so many ways to do this now. But you have let's just say you have a list of 200 people. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have some, but some people have moved. You don't even know if they've moved. Like it is a giant mess. It's like you're just hoping everyone gets you their address. You have to do it every year. It's like a thing between my wife and I where she's like, all right, here's your list of 20. Go track them down. Then I'm texting people. Okay, so that's the pain. Here's the solution. Think of it like you were talking about PayPal and why you love that PayPal icon. Yeah. So it's like a central address book. Alex, I'm like, here's my address, addressable. So I go to addressable and I say, here's my address. And it's live. And if we're friends, like on Facebook, I'm giving you permissions to see my live address.
Yeah.
So anytime I move, anytime I want to send anything out, like I'm basically post my address there. And then anyone who has access to it, it just updates into their address book.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm pushing my address into everyone's address.
Is there a way to like work with like a post office or some sort of thing to like pull it so I don't have to update it?
Yeah, well, that's what addressable is like. So I might even text you every like year to just say, are you still live?
Right.
And it says yes. But you're saying like, can you work with the post office to confirm that this is the
well, just
right
like
address?
say I move and I don't update my address because I forget.
I'm sure there is. Like looking at social, I'm sure there's a way to track it. If you've logged into Facebook, we can see if you posted something. We can look at the send whatever the data.
Because if I update it once, that's great. But if I never have to think about it ever again and I move a few times,
it's never
like that would be awesome.
Now, but the thing is like this process shouldn't exist. Your address can live somewhere. How you get the address updated is one thing. But even once I get it updated, it should just auto notify. Not even notify my friends. Like go here because Postable is out there. That's what they do. Yeah. They like reach out to everyone and they say please update. And
that's not what we want.
That's just automating like this other process that we're doing. We literally want to just like it just actually is already updated. It's give me a green check mark that said look your address book is 98% effective and it just does all the work.
Well, and what would be cool too is on certain things, like on Amazon where it's like, hey, send this to Alex. You're connected. Like
it's just always live.
It just says send to Alex. Like you don't have to worry. Like, is this gonna go to his house? I don't know. It's like, yep,
it's always live.
I'm into that.
Good idea.
Not bad.
Not as good as iGuides. I can feel it.
What?
Well,
how do you
iGuides that's a business.
That's a business. This is a cool service. I don't know. I wouldn't pay for addressable.
Well, you don't have to. Because you make money on like getting them to print their Christmas cards with you and all those things that you send out cards for. Like that's how Postable makes money, and it's a real business. There's a ton of money.
Addressable has this back end of addresses, but what they're making money on is
having your address, Christmas cards, wedding wedding.
So they're advertising to me as an addressable user. Hey, by the way,
your address is updated, and when you go to check addresses and send out addresses, it's like print your Christmas card here, send your cards.
Got it.
That makes sense. Okay, that's addressable. Again, we're going to rapid fire through these. That to me is more of a night project. Like someone could do that at the night.
That is something you could have an MVP for.
I don't actually 100% know, if I'm being honest, like how you technically have this world in which you can push addresses to everyone. where it's like, if you have the center, how it works. So I would have to get some developers
like the Apple
into it.
Pay or to have that thing just like auto sync on. Or it's just like here's their address.
I know it's possible. I haven't sat down. I'm not smart enough to think about it.
Yeah, Andre might be smart enough to think about it.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay, cool. All right. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Scott, I know you have kids.
I do.
And Andre, have you visited Santa?
I visit Santa every year.
Okay, great. So,
Otherwise, how is he going to know what I want?
yeah, exactly.
Because Santa is real thieves.
Yes.
They're young thieves out there.
So it's kind of the worst, right? You go to Santa, pick a place that you go. It's a line. Now, what's the problem with the line? As an adult, that sucks. But what happens when you have a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 6-year-old?
Disaster.
Disaster.
Last time I waited for Santa, because we were like, we don't want to pay for it. So there's a free one at the mall in the Riverwoods, which was outside.
Yep.
So it happened to be freezing that night.
Yeah.
And then halfway through, we're like halfway there, and then the power goes out at this place. And so we're like, well, do we wait? Are they going to fix it? I don't know. So we got a picture of Santa with the lights off because we had already invested so much time. So I'm like using the flash of my phone while she's taking a picture. So it's like somewhat lit. Anyway, it was a nightmare.
But it's a nightmare. Regardless if the power doesn't go off, if the power stays on, it's still a nightmare because you've got kids and it's this line. You're like, let's just get into Santa. Like,
Or you're paying $15.
But even still, there's this line.
Yeah,
And it's okay. I'm going to give you 2 versions of my fixing this. So version 1, you go to a restaurant and they give you the buzzer.
Yeah.
Just give me a buzzer. I show up
No
to
brainer.
Santa, give me a buzzer. I'll go shopping. I'll go buy stuff at these stores. I'll go get a Starbucks.
Or even I log in online
A text.
and I reserve a time or something like that.
But even
A
like,
buzzer's
you
a
could do
good-
that.
a
but,
buzzer is
a
a good
buzzer
idea.
is simple. Like give me a buzzer.
Yeah.
My
But
kids
that-
and I will walk around.
But that could shoot me a text of like, hey, you're ready,
for sure.
you're ready to go. Like the notify you when it's your turn. However that.
Yeah.
However you do it. But like a buzzer, a text, doesn't matter. Like, let me just come in, sign in. I get a buzzer and I can walk around. I can go shopping. There's probably a toy place close by. I can get a Starbucks. Not only is it better for your merchants, like at a mall, like they want you to spend money. They don't want you standing in line.
You're in line for 40 minutes. You're like, I got to get out of here. My kid's going crazy. So they spent no money at the mall because they spent all their time with the.
Correct. And you're telling me, like, as a dad, you wouldn't have been at the closest restaurant and said, let's order some ice cream as we're waiting. And then we get it. Like, you would have spent money.
Totally.
So then they buzz you. You come up. And now you're also not as, like, itchy on, like, oh, okay, we're here. Let's go. But, like, you're waiting in line for less time. So you get up. You can have a little bit more time with Santa, a little bit more relaxed. You take your picture and you're out. Not complicated, right?
Easy.
Why are they not doing this?
That seems like. I mean,
I
I don't know.
because the people that run these businesses, they run them for a month, a year, and they don't think at all about innovating the strategy.
Well, so is it somebody? So I would imagine it's like a photography business who puts this on, where they like.
I don't know.
They make their. By the way, that's my V2. You ready for V2? Because this is the full rebuild of this experience.
Yes.
But the buzzer thing, it seems to me like every one of these guys could roll up tomorrow with a buzzer and say like, we'll let you know when you're up. Come back.
I mean, there are companies who sell buzzers who have like field sales guys going like, hey, you should have buzzers in your business. Like they should be targeting every
or a texting system. It's not complicated.
It's not hard. Yeah.
Figure it out.
The technology exists.
So V2 of this is like a total rebuild of visiting Santa. So we're going to call it like the North Pole experience, right? So right now, when you go visit Santa, you go and you get a picture on his lap. That's actually kind of like creepy if we want to really get down to it.
Yeah.
But let's move past. And I'm like, all right, so you go into a local mall. But what if you literally went to like a North Pole experience? Meaning you come, you check in, it's $20, right? Yeah. So there's expense to it. It's $20. But in this experience, you're not like there's going to be live reindeer you can feed. There's going to be Christmas music going. It's inside or it's outside, like with a hay bale rider with hot chocolates free now that you're in because you paid $20. Visiting Santa,
unlimited hot chocolate on
visiting
tap.
Santa, pictures are free. They're going to give them to you right now. A link that goes onto your Instagram. You get it immediately. Like it's not you have to pay for it and wait for it. Like you just everything's included. So it does cost $20, but you go in and there's activities. There's there's reindeer, there's hay bales, there's hot chocolate, there's Christmas music, there's candy canes. Like
there's a gift shop. There's still a gift shop.
There's an experience that these kids can have where they're not just waiting in line to go see this Santa guy, but they actually for an hour or more are experiencing
Christmas land.
Christmas. It's like a local Disneyland for Christmas. There you go.
And I would imagine you'd have a similar, like almost like a Spirit Halloween pop up. You could like.
I was thinking that similar thing because if you're actually poking holes in the business, it's like how do you set up the North Pole and then you only get to do it for 6 weeks. So yeah, it's not bulletproof.
But I think
though Spirit Halloween, it's like first of all, people would go to this in droves, right?
Especially especially around here.
Yes, here this
But
business.
I actually think anywhere
huge.
though,
Yeah.
like Seattle, anywhere, if you have kids, like look, here'd be my response. Right now, kids are watching TV. They're on their iPads. Parents are looking for like any reason to get out and do something.
Totally.
So you look at like mazes and bouncy houses. Like they're all doing well because parents are like, well, what's an active thing to do with my kids?
Right.
And I guarantee around Christmas time, if this is the alternative, they're not going to care about the $20.
Yeah.
They're going to say like, we're coming in. We'll spend our $20 to $50, and we're gonna have a cool experience.
Especially if there's like 5 or 6 good activities. Yeah, it's like
A reindeer and
I mean the
Santa
pictures
picture.
alone, right?
I promise you, the
hot
activities are not that complicated, right?
No.
Make a candy cane.
They aren't.
Throw a snowball, whatever. I mean, you'll come up with stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
Elves, the employees would be elves. I mean, come on,
course.
right? Like,
Duh.
you have to.
That's a
a
no-brainer.
no-brainer.
That's a no-brainer.
But also, you don't care how long they spend.
snow cones.
Like, hang
Yeah.
out. There's snow cones. There's hot chocolate.
Whatever.
Like, come in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want me to? I'm gonna blow this open for like how you drive people to this.
Yeah.
So depending on the event, you might have local kids choirs, like the local school. They all perform every night, so you're automatically dragging in like 200 people, and it's just they all want to sing. So you pick a warehouse, you throw it up, you invite, you line it up every day. It's got 2 choir concerts. Dude, sold. Like you're gonna make money. You're gonna make money.
That actually does blow the idea open because those school choirs are looking for a concert. They're looking for an event to do. And then you have every parent, grandparent,
They're all coming.
all of their siblings are coming through to see Joe sing in the choir, and they're seeing that it's actually cool, right?
Yep.
Genius.
that is
I know you would take your kids to this.
Because
you're one of those dads
100%.
that is always looking for something to do.
Well, and it's especially because it's indoors. That is like right now, we are close to like a really cool kids attraction area, but a lot of it's outdoors.
So you're saying you wouldn't do it if it was outdoors?
I mean, I think an outdoor thing would work fine, but like if there's an indoor component to this where it's like I can go in December when it's 30 degrees outside at 6 and still have a fun Christmas experience where they're seeing a bunch of stuff, like that would be awesome because I could take my babies and like it would be so easy.
So I thought about a warehouse. That's a little difficult. Really, it'd probably be an outside tent, like a big tent.
Sure.
That is heated tent, and then you'd have some outdoor
Outdoor
exercises,
activities,
but you'd come in. But it's
would
probably
work.
something like that.
Yeah, that would work. A pop-up tent location.
Yeah, that'd be my thought.
Almost
process.
like a small ice skating rink.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Cirque du Soleil comes into your town, they throw up a big thing, and then they're out. It would probably be similar feel, right?
Well, especially if you had some tiers, you had like some big ones that like they went all out, and you had some local smaller ones.
Yeah.
Like you could. Then people are like, I want to go to the thing. I want to travel to go to this thing.
So put this idea on the list. If I really don't want to do it, it seems like a lot of effort for me personally. But I would love someone to do it because again, the current experience.
I wonder. My
the
brother-in-law
worst.
puts on like triathlons and races. It feels like if
This is in that-
if you're putting on
An
events
event.
and organizing people, like that might
this
be
is in the same category.
He can
You got to
steal
get
it.
a couple random vendors together. You got to rent some equipment. You got to find a location. It's really similar to somebody that's already doing work.
He
like
can
that.
steal this idea, but I just want free Santa passes. I get free entry. He can have the rest. He can have all the profits.
And that goes with any thief out there who steals any of these ideas. Like we would hope that you would think of
Throw
us.
us a free.
Throw us a bone.
Throw us a bone for becoming a millionaire or whatever. All right, we're gonna wrap up this episode. We're gonna do one spin this idea. Now this is a new segment of ours where we have a couple different business types, so like an app or a website or storefront or event, and then we're gonna do a holiday themed concepts, and we're gonna see if we can come up with a genius idea on the fly, the three of us, to solve a pain point with this thing.
Okay, ready? We're going to spin the wheel. So we are going to come up with a event
Great. I hope it's for Santa Claus.
For Santa Claus. It's like perfect. Christmas parties, which are events.
Should we re-roll that one?
Let's re-roll it.
We're gonna re-roll that one.
So an event for gingerbread houses. Actually, kind
One
of
of the activities at the North Pole
is a gingerbread house.
Is a gingerbread house. We've already solved it. Can we come up with any other event?
So what was the first part? So gingerbread houses.
An event.
So
Okay,
an
it's just
event
an
for gingerbread
event.
houses.
Some event where you charge people and there's gingerbread. So something like
the simplest idea of this, like, you know, when you just say, hey, at the nice hotel, whoever makes the make the nicest one, enter it into the competition.
Yeah.
It becomes a big event that people come to say, like, the winner of this gingerbread house is.
So where my mind's going with this is, what if we've moved into with yard games and stuff, kind of a giant everything, giant Jenga, giant force Connect Four.
Giant
gingerbread house. You go as a group. It's almost like an escape room type thing where you go with a group of people. You have a huge stack of gingerbread things. You have huge candy. You have huge frosting that you're making, and you like make this like thing you could go in and out of, and like
that would be cool.
So you're making like it's like a huge knife. Like a knife as huge as a
it's
a
all
person.
novelty.
Like,
it's all very over the top, but it's like you're as adults or like a whole family could go and like. All right, here's the big sprinkles, and you're like, it's like the size of you dumping sprinkles on this thing. Like,
honestly, it's not
that's
the worst
like,
idea.
I mean, kind of a crazy. I don't know how that would.
I think you.
How do you scale?
How do you
that?
get
Like, how does
huge
someone
gingerbread? How does that work?
Well, I think you would find some
replacement of.
Yeah, some gingerbread-esque thing, or even if it's cardboard or whatever. Like,
but how does someone go into this house and then the next group comes in
and does it again?
Yeah, it would have to be.
You take it home at the end.
This is where the idea falls apart.
I think I have the best idea of the gingerbread house ideas.
Well, what if it's just big enough? What if it's like the size of like a really big bird cage where you still could take it home?
I think the novelty is like
huge.
It's huge.
And then you just destroy it.
Yeah.
You just smash it with a sledgehammer, sweep it away.
Yeah.
I mean, material cost is like, it's sprinkles and frosting, and you're baking it in bulk.
Yeah. Where my head goes is like, you guys know, like Color Me Mine or like Paint Night, these like craft activity nights.
Yeah.
Is you do that, but for gingerbread house making. So the candy's already there, the gingerbread's already baked, the frosting's already there, and they have access to tons of candy and glitter and all these different things. And you sit with your friends. Because we do this in my family. Like, we'll all get together at my grandma's house and do gingerbread houses. But not everybody can do that. Not everybody has family here or whatever that looks like. Or you just want like more of a hands-off experience. You want to do gingerbread. Like, let's say I wanted to take my team and do gingerbread houses. Something like that would be.
You would have to class it up a little bit. Like, they'd have to serve you hot chocolate. They'd have to kind of give you some tips.
And
they'd have to have nicer materials.
I love the idea of having like a huge Cold Stone selection of stuff.
A ton of stuff.
Because normally it's like I went to Bartell's or I went to whatever. And
dots
I got,
and
it's you get 6 things. You're like, I guess we'll do what we can. And you're like, the frosting is like a big. Could be great, could be terrible. It totally depends. And did you get like the cheapo like graham crackers? Did you get like the pre-cut gingerbread? Like, so like they go out of their way to get like this is the ultimate everything. I think
Andre is the most pragmatic.
It could be real.
If Scott's was real, and we could pull it off. That would be awesome.
What about this? You know how they have those like ice cream museums that are like those things clear millions, right?
Right.
So
what if there was a gingerbread house themed one?
Yeah, it's similar where it's like you go and it's all about it's almost like a Christmas land, but more like a museum. But they have like this station there where you have this like.
Are people that interested in gingerbread houses?
Are that interested in ice cream? Apparently,
the only reason they're interested though is the funny Instagram posts.
Totally,
that's like the whole.
That's the point of Scott's would be incredible.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you would go, or the museum would also work.
Yeah, but you build it. You have a couple things like that. It's the gingerbread museum. Yeah. And you build big ones, little ones, and you dress up like one. And
fun. Could be fun.
Thieves, we got 3 good ideas there. We got several good ideas.
This episode's
just
chock
idea heavy
full of good ideas.
Yeah.
Love it.
This might be our go-to recommend episode because there's so many good ideas.
I think so.
Should
we close out?
We're going to close out. I have to give one shout out to a little blog website called Voxtur. So Voxtur reached out to me. They were kind of looking for people who have something interesting about them, and they thought that I had a podcast and I was interesting, so they did a little interview with me, and it was super cool. It was very introspective. I got to kind of remember my childhood and what made me grow. And Voxtur, their whole thing is like how to grow constantly, and they're looking for ways that whether you're someone influential or not, like we can all kind of be growing. That's like their whole mantra. So shout out to Voxtur.
Go listen to his interview.
Yeah, or read it or whatever. But Andre, give us the socials there.
Hit us up on Instagram and Twitter at Go Steal This Idea. Send us an email. We still have lots of stickers to give away. idea@gostealthisidea.com.
Look great on the laptop. They look great on a thermos. Tumbler.
Car.
You get a sticker if you send us an idea.
Yep. Send them in. I think that's all for this time. Support us on Patreon.
Chip in a buck.
Goes to this idea. That'll go towards my coffee cookie.
I can't wait to hear about that.
I'm going to bring it in and we're going to see how long we can hold our hands.
I can't wait for that to go right in the trash can. Alex, we appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Thieves, we love you. We'll catch you next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Use Scipio, the #1 engagement tool for sales teams that want more responses, appointments, and conversations. Message your leads and customers where they are on their phone. I'm not talking about phone calls. We're talking about true one-to-one texting. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. See you later, thieves.